Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome aboard if you're new here. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than the usual one and probably quite a bit shorter, but it's kind of important because I'm going to show you what I've been up to the past few days, talk about it some, and ask some questions that hopefully someone can answer in the comments below and kind of give me an idea of what they want in the future. So as you can see in the background, I've got a big old chunky boy back there. And that is because this started with a request to build a C-130. And when I see C-130, I immediately think AC-130, which is the gunship attack variant that's got different variants, but the most well-known one has, the 40 millimeter Bofors cannon, the 105 millimeter howitzer on it, and then sometimes they'll have a couple other smaller guns. And I've been thinking over the past few days how to go about doing that because it's going to be a very complicated build. It was well beyond my skills as far as shaping goes, as far as working out the mechanics of getting the guns and stuff to work and making sure that the engine's had enough power to lift a plane this big. And so the past few days I've spent quite a few hours learning and researching how to do things like use blueprints to get scale, which is another suggestion I had in the comments. Learn how to use rotators and hinges. Learning about how even if you cut a hole in the side of something, if you cut a hole in the side of a hole here, or a fuselage here, and you try to push something through it, as far as the game's concerned, that's still there. You can just see through it. So if you try and push a gun through it, it's going to hit it and cause problems. So I had to learn how to use the XML editor, which is the XML editor here, which I'm still fairly unfamiliar with. So I'm not going to get into it too much, but that's for a future episode, which we will speak about here shortly. But yeah, using that to do things like make it so the barrels don't impact anything, so they can actually pass through those holes. And this obviously isn't an AC-130. It's far different. The guns are up front instead of the back. This is just on the side instead of a part of the fuselage. There isn't stuff back here. I've just got glass here so I can see through it. It's very basic, but that's why I want to show it to you and talk about this, because I spent a lot of time learning how to do this. But if I am going to do a full AC-130 build, it is going to be very time consuming, and that's not something that I mind. I don't care at all. I love building stuff in this game, but it's going to make for a very, very long episode probably, or maybe multiple episodes. And that's also going to mean, it's going to be a fair chunk of time of this game on the channel just building this thing, because, I built this little demo thing here, which is very bare bones. It took me quite a few hours over the past few days to put this together and get things figured out and learn how to use all this stuff. Like it's very basic inside. There's nothing in here, but I've got, guns that you can, well, I'll show you how it works here in a second. But I spent a lot of time learning all of this, but I'm not going to make a video for it unless it's something people want to watch. So that's my question for you all. If you're watching this now, let me know down in the comments if you want to see a full build of an AC-130. It's going to be long, probably, but it should be fun. If you want to see something else, then let me know down in the comments if you want to see something else, and we can just fly this around. I can work on this on my own time, and then I can make an episode just showing it off later if you want. Just the full, complete build, or, whatever you all want to see. That's what I'm here for. I can build whatever I want on my own time. So if I'm recording it for a video, I want to build something that people want to see. So that's kind of my thing for this episode. So I'll go ahead and show you what I've learned so far. So we'll go ahead and take off. So we'll set our flaps up here some. Get our NJ cockpit view. Got a couple different seats here. Let's go ahead and get these computers set up. Looks like we're wandering a bit. We'll get to those other views here shortly. Alright, just picking up some speed. Now I've got a control group set to my control surfaces so I can lock them in place when I go to... I'm using a controller to play, right? So I've got my control surfaces set so I can essentially lock them and use the sticks on my controller to aim the cannons, essentially. Get our trim set here. As you can see, I've just got some trim tabs on the end of my horizontal stabilizers on the back there. We've got our flaps turned off. We'll just make sure we're gliding nice and even here. Oh, why did that go? My controller's stuck in it. Dumped my trim, but that's okay. We're good now. Alright, those are all good. Alright, so we will kind of go over what we've got here. So I've just got the basic plane with the basic control surfaces. Oh, I did set up the close to the angel flares. So we've got the flares that look awesome. But it's got the 4 engines seem to be plenty enough power. Let's get those gears put away. And now we'll get into the fun stuff I figured out, which is the internals here. So what we'll do is we'll get into a slight bank here, just a bit, and then I'll press this button and that's going to lock my control surfaces, so now I can't turn the plane at all, right? And then I'm going to press 7, which is going to activate my autocannon. And then I'm going to switch my view until we're on the autocannon here, and then I'm going to switch it to air to ground mode. And then I've got a control set up to the VTOL to extend the barrel. So there we go. And I'll show you what that looks like from outside as well. So that way when we're taking off or just flying around, we can put the barrel in, but then when we're ready to use it, we can extend it out, right? Pretty cool. So we'll get back on there. And then now that everything's locked, I just use my joystick to control the gun, like I'm flying, and then we can fire it. I don't have anything set up for zoom yet, but it does work. And then I've also set the hinges so it locks the rotation, so you can't over rotate it, so it doesn't cut into the plane also. So we'll move that one back in here. Alright, and then we'll go back into our view. Everything's nice. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our next one, which is our big cannon. We're going to press 7 to disable the autocannon, and then I'm going to press 5, which is what I've got set up for this cannon. And then we're going to use the same controls to extend this cannon instead. And now we don't really have a target yet, so we're going to go back out of here. I'm going to press 6 to swap back over to my controls so I can fly the plane some. Yeah, so I have spent many hours over the past few days building this. This is why I didn't turn this one into an episode, because this is just a test. It's not shaped properly, the layout's not right, you know. This is what I built to figure out how to get all the working systems to actually build the proper plane, you know. Let's get a trim a bit even here now. We're going to go back into our cockpit here, and we're going to pick a target. Do we not have... Okay. Usually the Enterprise is out here somewhere. I guess we haven't discovered it yet. Not the Enterprise, the carrier. I can't remember what it's called. The USS Beast, I think it is. I was going to use that as a target, but I don't see it out here. Actually, it might be over here, so let's go ahead and fly over here. We might as well enjoy the plane a bit since I spent the time making it, even if it is just a little test plane. We've still got the cockpit set up. We've got a switcher for our gears. I've actually got my hands on the controls like somebody let me know. There we go. 13 kilometers away. I need to figure out how to make the camera auto lock on that as well, but there we go. Now that we've got this, let's pop back out here. There we go. Alright, let's head down. For how big it is, this thing actually handles quite well also. I'm very impressed. I do want to build the actual AC-130. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But like I said before, it's going to be very time consuming. So I don't know if that's something people are going to want to see on the channel, or if they're going to want me to stick to other builds that aren't going to necessarily take so long. Or if you want me to just build stuff and then show it off after I built it and kind of talk about how I did it. There, let's lose some altitude here. We're going to use that as a target right now, so we're going to level out a bit. Alright, switch that off. We're going to go back into our cannon, switch the cannon on. And we're going to aim and see if we can hit the carrier. It's kind of a weird angle, but you can see where the round drops. We'll see if we can hit it with the big cannon. Yep, we hit it. See? There we go. Now if we switch over to the autocannon. Oh, we need to turn some. So let's get... bacon here. See if that'll work. Fire. No, can't quite. It's kind of far away. Should hit it. Yep, they're hitting on the deck. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of what I've been up to the past few days. Learning how to build so I can make some cool stuff for everyone. Turn that off. Put this one pulled in. Turn that off. Swap back out to our plane. Re-enable our controls. And we are good to go. Now let's see if we can land it on this runway down here. So yeah, if you're still here, let me know in the comments below if you want to see an actual full build of as close as I can get personally to an AC-130. It won't be perfect by any means, but I'll try and get it at least to scale and shaped as close as I can with the right weapons and try and get it dressed out. So it's got got some interior stuff and some, make it as close as I can to the actual thing. Or do you want to see me build some other stuff, some ground stuff, boat stuff, helicopter stuff? Let me know. I'm going to build whatever I feel like building on my own time, and whatever you guys want to see, I am more than happy to build and record for you. So just, let me know down in the comments what you want to see, and I will be more than happy to do my best to build it for you. Little wobbly there. Let's cut these engines off. We are going a bit fast. Let's get our gear down. It's okay, we've got a cure for the speed. Poof, parachutes. It's a heavy boy, sometimes it needs a little help slowing down on the runway. And there we go. Then we'll cut our chutes, apply our parking brake, and there we are, our little, oh, I don't know, baby AC-130, I guess. So yeah, this is what I was learning how to make. We've got the hinges here that, here, I'll actually, will enable it. So we've got the hinges that adjust the up and down movement. And then we've got the rotator to adjust the left and right movement. And then I've got the piston to extend it and bring it back. And it's all really ugly, and just, this is all set up kind of for practice, but yeah, so I spent a lot of time learning how to do all this, which means I can now apply it to everything I build in the future, which is going to be awesome. So let me know down in the comments what you want to see, and I will be more than happy to build it for you. So until next time, take care, be safe, and I will see you later.